Hello students of class 4, welcome back to our e-learning class. This is it is your science class. So I am here to teach you science. This is chapter number 7. We are actually discussing chapter number 7, green plants. So I will continue with the same chapter. I have written on the board chapter 7, green plants. Okay, in our previous class we have seen some of the activities. I have told you some of the activities which you can, one of the activities to taste for starch, that I have told you can perform at home. This is very easy, that you have to take a potato slice and then you have to give 2-3 drops of iodine solution to the potato slice. Then you will see that the color changes to bluish black. Okay, the flowers, the cut part of the potato is will be changing to bluish black. That shows that there is presence of starch. Okay, then we have discussed some other activities also. Today we will start from some unusual plants. Okay, this is from page number 40 in your science book. Okay, you can follow from there. So I will write here page number 40, some unusual plants. Okay, let us see some unusual plants. We have just learned that plants make their food in green leaves, but there are some plants that do not have leaves and some others which do not have green leaves. How do they make their food? A cactus plant does not have leaves. These plants we are learning now. These are all unusual plants. Why unusual? Let me see here. A cactus plant does not have leaves. See, cactus plant does not have leaves. It has spines. It has a thick and fleshy green stem. It makes its food in its fleshy stem by the process of photosynthesis. So what we have actually read, we have read that in plants, leaves are preparing their food for the plants by the process of photosynthesis. But here in cactus plant, leaves are reduced to spine and the stem you see as leaves. Okay, that is the stem, that is the fleshy stem, and food is prepared in the fleshy stem. The leaves of some plants like croton have chlorophyll, but they appear dark red in color. So the leaves of croton plant are dark red in color. This is because the red pigment present in them hides the green color of the chlorophyll. Such leaves make food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so the croton plants we have read now. Now do you know from the same page number 40, you can follow from very interesting this one. Moles and mushrooms do not have chlorophyll. They cannot make their food. They get their food from dead and rotting plants and animals. Earlier they were considered as plants. Now they are put in a separate category called fungi. So moles and mushrooms we have read just now, learned just now. I am explaining here. So it is just a fungi. Okay, they are earlier they are considered as plants, but now they are grouped under fungi because they get their food from dead and rotting plants and animals. Now dodder, another name of dodder is amarbel. Amarbel, A-M-A-R-B-L. Amarbel is a parasitic plant. So dodder or amarbel is a parasitic plant. It is found hanging over other plants. It cannot make its own food and uses the food made by the host green plant. Okay. Now we will go to the next part of the chapter, that is we will learn energy flow in living organisms. That means we will learn about the food chain, energy flow in living organisms. Energy flow in living organisms. Okay, we will learn this one. Okay, we know that sun is the main source of energy on the earth. We always know sun is the main source of energy. That solar energy means sun's energy means solar energy. Plants use sunlight along with water and carbon dioxide to make food. Plants are eaten by herbivores like deer, cows and buffaloes. These herbivores are eaten as food by the carnivores like lions and tigers. This flow of energy in the form of food from one living organism to another is called food chain. A food chain starts from a producer. Who is a producer? The plants are called the producer because the plants, they can make their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and chlorophyll. They are making their own food. So they are called producer. So what we have learned here, the herbivores, they are eaten by herbivores, for example grass. Okay, this is eaten by herbivores, are eaten by carnivores. Okay, food chain goes on. Okay, herbivores eaten by, so grass, when grass is eaten by deer, then this deer is eaten by lion. This way chain goes on. Okay, so grass is eaten by the herbivore and then deer, this herbivore is eaten by the lion. This is the food chain. Now we will there is one MCQ there, we will solve that one. Tick the correct answer. MCQs, page number, this is page number, I am discussing from page number 41. Okay, MCQs number 1. Cactus makes its food in its stem, leaf, root. So what is the correct answer? Cactus makes its food in the stem. It has fleshy stem, it makes its foods there. It is also green in color. Then the main source of energy on the earth is moon, generator, sun. The main source of energy is sun. That is called solar energy. Okay. Now interdependence of plants and animals. Interdependent of plants. How plants are dependent on animals, animals are dependent on plants. We learn here plants and animals depend on one another for their survival. Plants give food to eat and oxygen to breathe to the animals. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide which is used by the plants to make food. This is how plants and animals depend on one another. Then balance in nature. There is balance in nature in the next page. We will be doing this one in the next class. So I hope you will all learn this chapter. Thank you everyone.